With Kingdom Hearts Remind right around the corner, I can't help but get more and more hyped for the secret episode we will be getting, as it seems it will be likely providing extra context to what happens at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, as it appears we'll be playing as Sora during his brief journey to bring back KHIII using the power of waking. What's up guys, it's me, Nora Little Bomber, and today, as you can tell, I'm going to be giving my own idea slash concept to how I believe the secret ending Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind will play out. A couple of rules before I start. 1. This is entirely opinion based. This is based on my own opinions and how I believe the secret episode will play out. So if you don't agree, that's okay. If you feel like sharing how you think will play out, go ahead. Do it in the comment section below, and I will definitely read all of them and respect your opinions. So I only ask that you guys do the same for me and respect my opinions. 2. No impossible stuff, meaning I will not be making stuff up that doesn't make any sense or has happened before sometime before in the series, and write it off as anything can happen in Kingdom Hearts. So if anything does happen in the series that may seem a little far-fetched, it's based on the fact that it's plausible if you really think about what happens in Kingdom Hearts. Nothing is just random and out of the blue. 3rd and final, I will not be talking about any new secret ending, meaning that I am not counting the ending to the secret episode, and I will not be giving out ideas for an extended secret ending similar to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for Kingdom Hearts 3, because it is way too unpredictable, and I know that's true for the majority of the series. To me, at least, the secret endings are somehow even more unpredictable, especially with numbered titles. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get started.
We'll find KHIII. Let's head back to Master Yen Sid. We can figure it out.
No. I know what to do.
Sora!
My whole journey began the day I lost her. And every time I find her, she slips away again. I thought we'd finally be together, but she's out there, alone. Not for one more second.
That's right.
Thank you, Donald, Goofy. But this time, I have to go it alone.
Sora, listen. The power of waking isn't to go chase hearts around. Even if you do locate KHIII, you might never come home to us again.
I will. And we'll both be back before you know it.
Please.
Let him go, Mickey.
Riku!
His heart and his mind are made up. Now believe in him.
Yeah. Safe journey, Sora.
Thank you.
The secret episode starts off with Sora leaving to use the power of waking to find KHIII. Sora makes his way to the final world in hopes that KHIII's heart can be found there. He is approached by KHIII, who greets Sora and asks him what is he doing. Sora explains that he is looking for someone special to him named KHIII, who got badly hurt by someone recently. KHIII replies, "Ah yes, I noticed a pure heart coming, but it's like it just stopped halfway, or like something pulled it away." Sora then states,
カイリの心はまだ消えてない。命は消えてないってことだろ。
でも、状況はこないだより深刻だよ。
KHIII explains that KHIII's heart should have naturally gone there, where it should have been easy for him to retrieve her heart. However, if something has interfered with that, then it could pose a serious problem for KHIII, as who knows where her heart is. Sora would then wonder, couldn't I just go back in time like I did before and save KHIII? KHIII then states,
今の君の心はもうその時間に存在していた。君の心が過去に戻ったこと自体、もともと起きていたことなんだ。
Sora had already existed at the KHIII graveyard and even made a singularity point that changed time. Can't override it again since Sora and his friends have already lived past that moment and carried on after that instant. Sora then starts to panic as he doesn't know if he can save KHIII. KHIII tells him to look inside himself and try tracing that connection between him and KHIII and dive to find her. Similar to what was talked about at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, as Riku explained that he was able to save Sora because of their connection and was able to make the dive. And they theorized that if they had someone that was close to Aqua while she was stuck in the realm of darkness, they could have made the dive tracing that connection. Sora does just that and takes a dive to different locations, similar to how when we save the other Guardians, except 1, we aren't chasing a Lich, and 2, we're only going to original worlds. Sora first stopped by Twilight Town and looks for KHIII there, all the while reminiscing about how both he and KHIII became good friends with Hayner Pensalette. After exploring the town enough, we make our way to the mansion where we are ambushed by Heartless. After dealing with them, Sora hears the faintest call to his name. He is confident that that is KHIII's voice. Sora dives deeper looking for her. Sora makes his way to Radiant Garden. After making his way through the town briefly, he ends up at the square where Aqua fought Terra Xehanort. Sora is once again ambushed by enemies, and he notices that the enemies are way stronger than the enemies he faced before. Sora realizes that he isn't getting anywhere doing this, and dives even deeper into the dark abyss to save KHIII. Okay, so at this point I see 2 different paths for this story to take, so I will cover both of them just because they're both equally possible. So first let's take a look at Route A. Eventually, Sora finds KHIII dazed and confused. After a tearful reunion, KHIII tries to explain to Sora about how some man in a black coat tried to do something, but before she finishes her sentence, she's gone. Sora dives one more time while thinking really hard about KHIII so that he doesn't lose her again, and gets the weirdest image in his head. A slightly blurry image of some town he has never seen before, but feels like it's slightly familiar. Sora ends up in the cave at Destiny Islands. Sora realizes where he is and runs out of the cave and looks outside and notices that Destiny Islands is in a weird, dark themed looking version of his original home. He finds KHIII near the Papu Fruit tree and runs over to her. Just as he gets to her, a man in a black coat appears. The man doesn't say anything, he just summons a weird looking Keyblade that no one has seen before and challenges Sora to a fight. KHIII, who refuses to stand back, joins in as your party member for this fight. After a long, grueling battle, Sora and KHIII seem to defeat the man in black, but he simply gets up and acts like nothing happened. Looks at Sora and only says one thing. The man soon disappears. Sora and KHIII soon look at each other and embrace and kiss, and Sora takes them back home while sitting on the Papu Fruit tree. While holding KHIII's hand, he tells her as he notices something within himself.
カイリを探す旅から始まった。やっと取り戻したと思ったら。
そっとしてあげよう。
But this time when she says the line, she says it as if she knows that he'll be back, as if there's confidence that she will be the one to bring him back. So the reason for Sora's fading is because he was simply snatched by the Master to use him for his own plans. Riku then runs over to KHIII and asks if she's okay, and where's Sora? She then shows him the card and says,
でも一人にさせてほしいって言ってたから。
So that's the end of Route A. Now let's track back a little and go to Route B. After diving deeper into the abyss, Sora wakes up in some darkness-covered area. Sora theorizes that he must be at the absolute bottom of the abyss. Sora tries reaching out to KHIII looking for her light. Sora ends up finding KHIII and they have a tearful, slightly romantic reunion. It is soon cut short by someone shouting behind them. Sora then turns around and sees a guy dressed kind of like Riku. Sora thinks for a second and then realizes it's Yozora, from that video game he saw at the toy box. Yozora raises his sword and asks the pair, "Are you with him?" Sora and KHIII try to tell him they don't know who he's referring to. Yozora takes this as them playing dumb and angrily challenges them to a fight. It is now a super difficult special boss fight with KHIII as a party member against Yozora. The battle is absolutely grueling against the guy, using his sword and crossbow and using a special type of magic that no one has ever seen before. And it throws Sora and KHIII off many times in battle. But the two manage to win by working together with a brand new team attack or limit situation command. After winning, Sora asks Yozora why he attacked them and who he was referring to. At this point, Yozora recognizes that Sora and KHIII really aren't aligned with this person. But before Yozora could say anything important, a man in a black coat arrives and sends a weird blast of energy towards both Sora and Yozora. They both suddenly look at their left hand and see a timer on their hands that hasn't started counting down yet. KHIII demands to know what happened to them. The man in black simply states, Yozora then suddenly disappears. Before Sora does the same, he grabs KHIII and returns to Destiny Islands with her while sitting on the Papufu tree. While holding KHIII's hand, he tells her as he notices something within himself.
カイリを探す旅から始まった。やっと取り戻したと思ったら。
そっとしてあげよう。
But this time when she says the line, she says it as if she knows that he'll be back, as if there's confidence that she will be the one to bring him back. So the reason for Sora's fading is because he was simply snatched by the Master to use him for his own plans. Riku then runs over to KHIII and asks if she's okay, and where's Sora? She then shows him the card and says,
でも一人にさせてほしいって言ってたから。
but that's not it. It cuts to Sora waking up in Shibuya and looking around and checking his environment and his hand. Suddenly he hears a voice behind him.
イラが来た。グーラを引き渡せって。
Sora looks and sees a girl in weird clothing wearing a fox mask. The fox-wearing woman says,
グーラは連れて行かせない。
Sora hears game partner and flashes back to Dream Drop Distance and then asks,
やっと取り戻したと思ったら。
the fox mask-wearing woman simply shakes her head no and says,
このままだと。
and that is the end of Route B. Now before you blow up the comments section and say, but Noir, you said you weren't going to be talking about some extended Kingdom Hearts 3 secret ending. And I didn't. My idea of how the secret ending will go is completely different. That being said, I hope you guys like this. This was really hard to push out, but I am glad I did it, especially before Remind came out. Which route do you guys like best? I personally like Route B more because not only do I think it's more plausible to have Yozora be a boss instead of the Master, as that means that Yozora will either be playable or be a boss again in about 2 games, and that definitely is way more likely than the Master. I also like how there's more context to what happens as opposed to Route A, which honestly works best when it's sort of ominous. But what other ideas do you guys have for the Kingdom Hearts 3 secret episode? I mean, do you guys think it will play out differently? Do you guys think it will play out similarly to one of the 2 routes? Do you think it's going to be a weird mixture of the 2? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter and my Twitch. Check out my Discord in the description below. There will be a link in the description and in the comment section below. This has been Noir Lil Bomber, and I'm out.